Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of my series here on YouTube with me building the London resort in Planet Coaster 2. As you can see, I've been a busy boy this week. You will also see that we're no longer in the base camp land that we were working on last week. And yeah, that's because I got a little bit inspired. I had some ideas I wanted to muck around with, really. And yeah, this meant that we ditched base camp and we've moved over to the kingdom. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to stick with the names that were originally touted around for the lands at the London resort, but yeah, we'll see where it goes and we'll stick with it for the minute. But yeah, this is the kingdom, or sort of the front of it anyway. So yeah, this is the main castle at the heart of the park, right in front of the plaza that I showed last week. And yeah, it's kind of a generic medieval Tudor castle, kind of inspired by a few different places, if I'm entirely honest. And yeah, as you can kind of see, it's turned out all right. There's still some work to do out front here in the plaza, but if I just zoom back, yeah, this is kind of the view from what I think will be the entrance, the main gate. And yeah, you kind of come down this main walkway. I need to do some work on the left and right with the landscaping. You can see base camp over there to the left. That'll be a bit more hidden once the landscaping's finished there. But yeah, the idea is visitors kind of walk up to this lake in front of the castle. So yeah, I've mainly been working this up with more rock work, landscaping, planting, essentially working out what goes where. So like I say, there's a bit more work to do on this, but yeah, I'm kind of happy with how it's turned out in the end. I was pretty much dreading working on this because trying to get things built using different heights and paths, and yeah, all the different objects and build pieces, I thought it'd be a bit more of a nightmare, but I found that once I got into the rhythm, yeah, I kind of enjoyed this build. So like I say, it's kind of a generic castle. It's got elements of sort of Windsor Castle, Tower of London, but yeah, then it's got some different kind of roof pieces that would not normally be associated with castles like those. So but I think it gives a tourist idea of a castle. So yeah, as you can see, I've worked on the land at the back as well. I'll show you that in a second, but I've I've built the main coaster attraction here in this area. It's an RMC, and yeah, I wanted something that would interact with the castle quite a bit. It's something that's shown on a lot of the concept artwork. I know some bits of concept art for this area showed a dueling coaster. I tried a few different things here, but in the end I settled on this kind of this single coaster and this layout. And aside from being slightly slow in areas, it does work as a layout, and I need to tweak it a little bit, and it probably could do with a load unload set of stations, but I think how it kind of interacts with the castle and the different levels and the landscaping, it's not too bad. To say I'm not a coaster nerd. So yeah, I need to do quite a bit of landscaping down on this waterfront. I might still rejig the lake slightly. I'm not entirely happy with it. But yeah, this is just mainly a case of landscaping and bits of infrastructure and benches and lighting. I've not really looked at any lighting yet. But yeah, as the views from down here, I'm happy with it. You see how it comes sort of quite close to this area. I like that you can see the ride without having to go into the land, but yeah, the rest of it's kind of shielded from view. You'll see I have started doing some aging and weathering using the decals. Yeah, there's a lot to do, and it's a bit trial and error, but yeah, I need to work on that. So yeah, to see this train here doing the figure of 8. So yeah, I like this view that you get down here. So yeah, the main bulk of the structure is kind of done. I'm still playing around with the landscaping and the terrain, and filling in all the gaps. But I think sort of this front section's kind of done. And like I said, I just need to make some slight tweaks to the coaster. And then yeah, at the back of the castle, and again, this is going off the master plan documents that were submitted as part of the London Resorts planning application. Yeah, this kind of is essentially what they were proposing to build. Unfortunately, aside from the castle, there's not really much information or concept art for this area. So I've kind of taken the master plan document and done my kind of interpretation of it, which is essentially what we're doing for the park anyway. But yeah, in terms of a layout and how this area was going to work, this is pretty much it's pretty much to plan. Again, I need to do more detailing on these walls and towers. But yeah, this is the alternative approach to the land. And as you can see, we've got kind of a a moat or, a river separating the castle from this sort of village area. And I begin to do some infrastructure work. I've got the service road in already, and I've got some of the big show buildings in. Now the smaller one's probably going to be a restaurant, and the bigger one is going to be a ride. I'm not entirely sure which ride that's going to be yet. Yeah, as you can see, I've sort of, as I do want some realism to this park, I've classed the building's facades and then put the boring service building ends out the back. And then obviously got to have the standard pirate ship in. Again, this needs a lot more theme in this area. There's also quite a lot of space here. Some of the plans did have a secondary coaster in. I think that might be too much, so I'm still not entirely sure what to do with this area. And obviously that then brings us back around to the other side of the castle. I need to do some more landscaping here. That just gives you a better idea of this sort of central courtyard for the coaster. So I've got I've already put the maintenance building in, and the transfer tracks. This middle courtyard, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, and the same goes for the station building itself. I need to have a think about what this ends up looking like. It's kind of like all up into the elements at the minute, and British weather and all that. That's kind of a bit of a basic overview of where we're up to. So I think if we just take an eye level down, again, I need to do a lot more work on this. You can see some of the detail in there on the left. And then, once you enter, we've got the swinging ship ride directly in front. I know everybody keeps saying it. I am a huge fan of these stone walls. They're very, as a Yorkshireman, it's very appreciated. I've got the queue line in. I need to do more theme in here. I like the idea of using the sails for this particular queue line. I'm going to theme this like a dockside, I think. This needs working up, and then I need to put more planting in to hide the service road at the back. This is going to be quite simple for the swinging ship. And then on the opposite side, got this area. In the master plan, there was a building shown for this. I'm not entirely sure what it was. I think I'm probably going to build maybe like a thatched pub or something in this area. I've got an idea in my head of how it wants to kind of look, but I think it's probably going to be that more than another ride. And I think that'll probably just fill that area up quite nicely. We'll see how that one develops. And then to the left, I've put in this this little watermill building. I thought it was kind of in keeping. I've ended up actually just building my own wheel using the animation pieces. The other ones were either the in-game ones anyway were quite small or heavily themed. So yeah, I think with a bit more theme in here, this is going to look yeah, this could look quite good. So yeah, it's just a case of like filling the blanks now really with this particular area. And then the main kind of village itself, yeah, I kind of like this whole medieval theme because it means we can hide a lot of like the facilities and things in these buildings. And then yeah, I've done this like village green here with this yeah, this kind of carnival tent. I'm not really sure what's going to go under there yet, but it kind of gave tournament, yeah, vibes. And then yeah, some pretty basic kind of medieval Tudor buildings, which a lot of the plaster build items combined with the decals, you can get some quite cool wall effects. Yeah, aside from not knowing what this tent's going to be used for, this building on the left, that's going to be like a food court, probably. Yeah, a couple of different vendors in there, somewhere covered that can be used all year round. I might be wrong, but yeah, looking at the plan, that's probably what I think that building was going to be used for. Again, I need to do more decoration and theming to create more of like a street vibe here, but yeah, these buildings, yeah, I'm pretty happy with sort of the heights and where they sit. And you'll see as we scoot around the front, yeah, how they sort of like sit central in front of the bridge leading up to the castle. I did have these all filled in, but I think actually something quite cool about having like little alleyways. I think, yeah, like as a kid, I remember like places like this where you could like run and hide and yeah, so that's kind of the thing I'm going for. And then there's probably going to be some more outdoor seating areas here, and then yeah, this stone building, it's a bit of a sort of garrison style structure. The concept art had more towers and things, but I think it's a bit overkill for what's already been built in the main castle. So yeah, this is going to be a ride. I'm not entirely sure what yet. I was thinking sort of a quite compact dark ride, and then I noticed on the master plan that there was actually a plan for a flume here. So I'm wondering now whether to do a water coaster and combine the show building for the indoor section and then bring it outside here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but that's the way I'm sort of leaning at the minute. I think, yeah, that could kind of work rather than having two rides that are sort of restricted by footprint. I think one bigger one where we can get certainly more theming in will be cooler. So yeah, let's see how this one pans out. So yeah, and yeah, this area here, I feel like it might just end up being a bit more landscaping and theming rather than putting something in here. And then yeah, you can sort of see here, I've constantly been like bringing the camera down to guest eye level to sort of see what we can see and the views that you get. And then yeah, this is the bridge over to the castle. So yeah, this is like the flagship attraction of this particular area. I kind of like how you know, the coaster interacts with the castle and the pass interacts with the ride, and you know, it's almost on its own sort of island, even though it's not. So yeah, I think I'm tempted to put like some kind of almost like a market or something out here, and then yeah, you come through the main gatehouse into this courtyard. As you can see, it's nowhere near finished, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of like the space and how this might develop. But yeah, I'm drawing a blank with the station at the minute. But yeah, I think sort of the queue line working under some arches could kind of work. Again, I started playing with this idea of doing a market in here, and the queue line sort of weaving through the market. So I'm going to do a bit more work on that to see how that comes out. And then yeah, the station unloads on the opposite side, and you come back around under the lift hill, and then this building would be like the gift shop for this particular ride. But yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit of a mess at the minute. I need to figure out how this all works and kind of looks. I've got like something in my mind about what I want to do, but it's just trying to achieve it with all the different pieces. And yeah, I've ended up getting a little bit of castle fatigue this week. So yeah, this is probably an area that I'll park for a few days and then come back to. And then yeah, I think I already mentioned, but yeah, this is the maintenance building down here, the transfer tracks. So that Emil works there. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a bit more work on this. As I say, tweaking the coaster. Just follow it around now to give you an idea of where it goes. But yeah, it goes down, then banks up over, does a kind of figure of 8 before coming back over the top there, and then yeah, right down to the waterfront and back up, and then sort of interacts with the landscape. It's got some tunnels here. Before yeah, that then goes back down towards the station. So like I say, I'm kind of happy with how the coaster works and the layout. I think it just it needs a bit more speed, and I just need to refine it a little bit before show you the POV on that one. And that was probably going to be in the next episode. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do next. I think I'm probably going to spend a few more days refining this land. I've gone to a bit of a roll with this bit, and it'd be good to see it a bit more refined and finished. Having said that, you could only see my scattergun approach to building in this game, and yeah, I already have ideas for some of the different lands. Yeah, don't be surprised in the next episode if I'm showing you something completely different, but I will try and get this a bit more completed, so I can show you in the next episode, and hopefully get the POV out for the coaster. So yeah guys, that's probably gonna wrap things up for this episode. I appreciate you all for dropping by and catching up with my progress. Hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I am building it. And yeah, I'll try and get another update done this week. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.